Alright, we're back. We're playing some Freddy. Decided to add a commentary to this gameplay here because I know that a lot of people are more used to having commentaries on gameplays like these so that they can kind of learn, understand what's going through the mind of the player. Understandable. I obviously picked Dream Snares for my Freddy. That's just what I think is the best. I don't really use snares. When I did play Survivor and I did go against Freddy, the snares never really did anything. And overall, maybe they didn't know how to play Freddy, but it's fine, because now we're here. We're watching how Freddy could be played, which we're just going to break down a couple decisions here. So early on, I already placed my Dream Pallets. Boom. Now we're going to break down this wall for Shaq. Boom. It's all about that early game with Freddy. It's all about that early game, especially with Dream Pallets. Now I cut past this because, you know, we just want to get straight into the meat and potatoes. We want to get into it. So did a little bit of teleporting. Should have probably kicked that gen. So right here, like I said, early game gets you started. Very important because you can get this injure. They didn't know the Dream Pallet was there. Problem was I did take the stun, but that's fine. Still early game, you still have a pretty good chance. But the way that they were looping was really confusing. It wasn't like they really knew what they were doing. It just kind of seemed like they were just kind of running around like a playground. So I wasn't entirely sure what they were doing. Like, you would think they would want to get the stun and try to get more distance, but they just kind of kept running around. Got stuck. I don't know what happened there. So I took them to main building, hooked them there. I broke down a couple walls, and then now we're here. They went for the unhook, so I'm going after the one who's injured. You know, of course, Survivor main's going to get all mad. Oh, you're tunneling. Come on now. Come on now. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, so I don't know why the teammates started running toward me, but there you go. Try to fake it so she can come toward me. You can do that in chase. If they're running toward a generator, try to activate your teleport to try to bait them to go towards you. We got a couple of free hits there. Dropped the Dream Pallet. Now the problem here is that I like the loop was really bad. Because I had gone for the long way around instead of just vaulting after them. That honestly would have saved a lot of time and a lot of distance. And as a result, I lose about 2 generators, and I should have broke that pallet. Because they're wasting resources, and that's what you want. Especially when you're playing an M1 killer like Freddy, you really want to make sure you get those pallets out the way. It's very important. And also because you can place your own, which is what I did. But you lose 2 gens for it, not great, and I didn't even get the knockdown. So this is where you shift the strategy a little bit. You start going around trying to see which gen they want, which is probably that one. This one, I don't know what she was doing, knocked her down. You know, just Survivor things. So from here, you're in a perfect situation. You have the gen with the most progress directly next to the person who's hooked. You pretty much don't have to leave. You pretty much don't have to leave. Now with Freddy, I'll try to fake the teleport, see if we can get them off. I noticed though that they were on that particular generator, so I was like, let me go ahead and commit to that teleport. Because one of the mind games that you can do alongside with Dream Pallets with Freddy is also the mind game of if he's gonna really teleport to this generator or not. Which is something that people just, I guess, just don't realize or just don't seem to acknowledge or whatever have you. Like, you need to use all your tools as a killer. So by ignoring that or by not doing that, you're just sort of putting something out of his kit that you can definitely take advantage of. Now here, of course, I'm going to stay by the hook. We want to make sure we get her to second state. We got the gen that has a ton of progress right there. We know that they want that gen up there by the hangman. Of course, I'm defending the objective. I should have went after Kate, but that's fine. I figured this one was probably the one that got hooked as well, so I figured, oh, they're already injured, and they're closer. And there goes the pallet I should have broke earlier. Now, realistically, I should have went after Kate. But it is what it is. So I commit to the teleport, I think. Yeah. To try to get him off this gen. Kick it with Colubrine again. And we can see the scratch marks. They're gonna like run off somewhere. Okay. So yeah, I guess she was healing. I guess heard me coming, but didn't know from where, so she just kind of dropped the pallet. She's dead. So we got 2 stacks and no way out. Now normally I would run a dead man switch. That would be like the other option. I just didn't have it leveled up when I was playing this match. But from here we're doing the mind games. I hesitated, so that's where you strike, obviously. So they're running off. Another easy to mind game pallet. She got stuck on the cactus. So she falls, we take it to the Scourge. So this is where Freddy's teleport comes in handy. You can essentially be at 2 places at once. Well, kind of. But yeah, because I teleported all the way over there, I realized, like, yeah, they're probably going to be on the farthest gens. That's usually what happens. They want to stay as far away from the chase as possible. So that's the first place we look, we get the hit, but we're going straight back to the person who got unhooked. We need them out the game. They're going to go for body blocks, it's perfectly fine, you get the hit. Plus we got 3 stacks and no way out. We can push this a little bit. We want to get them out of the game. Because you're already behind. We should have gotten the first person out of the game much earlier, but because of that, we got to make up for it later. So this is where we go with this. And because I broke down that wall, it definitely makes Shaq a lot harder for them to get distance. Because regardless of which way I go, I'm gonna most likely make the distance. Now we got Bloodlust too. They probably should have dropped the pallet, if I'm being honest. Because now they go down. I believe there was a Scourge nearby. Yes, there is. And right in the middle. So that'll apply that, which then should make the gen explode, which we know it's that one. And then we go straight to teleporting there. We want to see where they went. They did not heal, so we get another knockdown. They're kind of running off. I'm assuming they're going to unhook, but because they're doing that, we could take this one to the Scourge as well. So that's over 30% regression, I believe, on I think the same gen, because the other gen I don't think had as much progress. So now they go unhook, we run right back. we don't really have to do anything else, so we go for them again. Get that hit so they don't have endurance anymore. Then we go back, because the gen has the most progress, is right next to the person who we just hooked. They're either going to heal. They should have ran away. I don't entirely know why they're all over there, but they're pre-dropping like a clown. They're injured, so they just wasted their opportunity. I don't know how I missed that. They wasted their opportunity. You can still mind game it, though. So I don't know why is she there. I don't know, but she goes down. I don't know. I don't know why they're not getting a friend. The teammate's on death. She's like a couple seconds away. So then we put another Scourge. Boom. Regress a gen again. She dies. So now they're down to 2 and they're both injured. And I'm already teleporting to the generator. Scourge is also right next to the gen as well. This is where we snowball. Because now they're down 2 teammates. They're both injured. They're going to have to heal each other. They have no choice. So in classic Survivor fashion, they decide to just be ratty and just kind of hide throughout the entire match. I walked up right when the boon went up, so I decided to knock them down. Try to go for the 4K, of course. Because they're wasting more time putting down a boon instead of healing each other, so there you go. So we end up just looking around for a while. It's just because of the map, you know, it's a lot of tall grass, a lot of walls and stuff you can hide behind. But, you know, we get them eventually. I literally just had to keep looking around, hoping they would get the revive, so then I could just get the swing. So for a better half of the match, I just kind of kept looking, and they just did not want to save them. So I figured I might as well just get the hook. I completely forgot they were just they were death hook. I also checked to see if they had any offerings for the hatch. They tend to spawn the hatch by the shack, so I just waited there first, see if they spawn it there. Went to main building, checked there, didn't hear anything. Went over to that corner, and then from here, of course, you gotta hit them with the nods and the nose and the just staring at them for a while, you know, that kind of thing. Of course, it's customary. You have to. You have to do it. If the survivors can sit at the exit gate and teabag, lose their minds, point, shine flashlights, have a whole party and a whole celebration, the killer should be completely allowed to stand there and stare at you, nod, do whatever the hell he wants to do. And if you're Ghostface, go ahead and teabag them too. Of course. And if you're Pig as well, crouch on them. So here I go to like place on a couple more dream pallets, get some more points. Just enjoy my time because I won the match. Alright, we're back for game number 2. Decided to add more gameplays to the videos lately. So early on, we're dropping some dream pallets. If you notice my add-ons, I have the little purple block thing. The little Z block. It's when at the start of the match, I noticed that they all had med kits. Which is something I recommend to do with Freddy. Like, always have your dream pallet add-on. But notice what they're carrying. If you see a lot of med kits, run something for like hemorrhage, you know, stuff like that. It definitely helps. So we noticed that Jake has sprint burst. We don't really care. We want to get a couple pallets out the way. We want to place a couple pallets. Very good. And then we want to see which gen they want to work on. So this Fengmin seems a little lost. We're gonna probably go after her. We got the free hit, so why not? You know, being in the dream world definitely does offer a lot of opportunity. I wanted to definitely try using the pill bottle because it reduces your visibility. I think that'll be really strong. Which that's a build that's coming soon. You just have to keep your eyes peeled. And once again, dream pallets gives you value. Once again, even though they're like working on the generator, I believe there was a scourge. I don't think there was, but we're gonna try to push them toward the generator, so that we can defend both. They were really going really hard on that gen, so you want to push them off. Kick it. Call O'Brien activates. Very nice. And then we just stay here. We pretty much don't even have to leave. We got our gen that we know that has a lot of progress on it, just getting hit. We're gonna try to fake a couple teleports because we want to see if we can try to push them off. They go for the instant unhook, so we go ahead and get the free hit. Get off that endurance. We don't need that there. Try to fake it again while simultaneously chasing. That's the cool thing about Freddy. You can get that little multitasking going, kind of beat two places at once. She gets knocked next to a scourge, so we obviously go for it. which I'm assuming is the gen that has that guy hit with those skill checks. Most likely is the one that we want to go for. So you walk toward the gen while also casting our teleport just to try to see if they're gonna fly toward us, which I guess they aren't. You go to kick it for Colorblind again, and then we go right back to defend our objective. Just to see, you know, we try to fake the teleport there. We know that they want to try to get some of it done. You also notice that our teammate here, I mean, they might as well be our teammate, Jesus. Placing down those dream pallets for me, just giving me opportunities, more information. So we know that they're just on the gens doing their thing. She's pretty much going to die if they don't unhook her now. So I got the hit. Don't want to give them the free unhook, and there you go. She's dead. Now we got it. One less survivor to worry about. Which is the perfect scenario. We need that to happen. So that, we need to kick it again. Doesn't seem like they're on it. We want to go figure out what's the next gen they want to be on. And once again, the add-on gets value. You kind of see where she's going. Because they're going to, like, you can have a pallet and just drop it in their face. Because there's no cooldown. Because which I don't really think they should be in cooldown. I mean, I was thinking about that the other day. If the Dream Pallet should have a cooldown. I don't really think they do. Really need that. I mean, it's harmless. The Dream Pallet doesn't do anything. It's just an illusion. So we drop her on the hook. Dream Pallets come in handy as usual. And then we go to teleport and see who's over there. But now we notice that they want to be in this back corner. So we're going to go pick that with Call of Brine. And we want to go and follow. I have the add-on, I think it was the Z block that applied hemorrhage, and I think it also makes it so that when they activate the Dream Pallet, it'll make them have the bleed on the ground, so you can also keep track of them, which is pretty cool. So we notice that there's two people off of the gens. We just want to break this pallet, place down another one, and we notice that this gen also has some progress. Gonna go kick that. The cool thing is that when you have that survivor out of the game, you can kind of trade the hooks for the most part. Now, if you really want to push the leverage to your side, you can try to get the next person out of the game. Oh yeah, this Feng is a real one. She took out that God Paladin Shack, and I replaced it with a Dream Pallet. Beautiful. It just works in my favor when they do stuff like that. And then the people that just keep running around slamming down the Dream Pallets are just perfect, bro. I love it. Because they're not on gens. They're wasting their time messing around with my pallets that I can just keep replacing with the press of a button. It's a complete waste of their time, and it only benefits me. So we know Jake has Sprint Burst, but I guess it wasn't... he must have used it already. So we got the free hit there. And this is the fun part. I don't remember if he knew that this was a Dream Pallet or not. But we follow him through like it is. Dream Pallet goes down and he gets bodied. And now we just go for the grab. Which I believe there's a... I think I did before. I just put them on the hook next to the gen. And then I just defended the gen and the hook. Which is your ideal scenario. But you want to fake your teleport. I usually like to fake it when I hook. I decided to check on that gen. Because like I said, you can basically just kind of trade hooks once you kind of get that first person out the game. You can chill a little bit. You can't lean all the way back. You're going to still have to pay attention. Because they will try to gen rush you. But, best case scenario, you got three early game. You could just do your thing. Place your Dream Pallets, you know. See who keeps placing them down. And because with Freddy, like you can keep like teleporting and faking it. You have at least 2 tools to mind game on top of your usual mind games. You have the mind game of is it a real pallet? You got the mind game if you're gonna commit to the teleport or not. And if you do commit to the teleport, from there it's nice to even have a teleport in the first place. It's an M1 killer. It's a little bit like Sadako, I think, but just weaker. Because you don't really get much of a... Like, you don't really apply any status effects or anything to get any benefit from teleporting. But it was him off. I think I wanted to try to bait him to push toward me while I was teleporting to the gen. But he just ran right past it, so got the free knockdown. And it's a Scourge, so we hit the gen again. Now, if we had Dead Man Switch, it probably would have at least blocked the gen, which would also offer more regression, which is what we want. And this other person just keeps dropping every single pallet. You're gonna see that as a Freddy player, using the dream pallets like you're supposed to. You're just gonna keep dropping those dream pallets like no tomorrow. And it's just hilarious to me when they do it because, like I've said, it only benefits you as a killer. You're getting free information. They're not on gens, and all you have to do is press the button again and replace it. So it works out for you. So either way, it's kind of unorthodox. Maybe don't drop them, right? I mean, who knows? Decided to break that pallet as well. Yeah, I think I just followed them because they were injured anyway and nobody else is around. So I just took advantage of the opportunity. Got the free hit there, got the knockdown. I believe he's going to be on second state with this. Playing with No Way Out definitely brings in that confidence that you have the chance to make a comeback anyway. Got another one out the game, so we did our thing, making sure the gens are all regressing, low. We're doing our thing. But this is the situation you want to be in with Freddy, is you keep faking those teleports to try to push them off the gens. Maybe they'll run towards you, or if you want to commit to the teleport. It really depends on your situation. So now we're just in another chase, trying to take out Fang. Seems easy enough. But yeah, teleporting, I think, is really just something you kind of learn to do when you play Freddy. It's sort of, like, say if you run Discordance, though, I mean, like, then that's an easy pick. You can obviously teleport if you see the aura change. You can also, maybe if you want to run Surveillance, if you want to run that Surveillance perk, like, from Pig, maybe you can use it on Freddy. I'm not sure, but maybe. In this Fang, I guess they thought they were wasting some kind of time, but I'm like, it's only one person to do 3 generators. I don't really think you're gonna do anything with that. Yep. And of course, you have to wait out the dead hard. You have to wait out the dead hard, because you can usually tell when they're looking behind themselves, like at you, like for like a while. Like they really got like the twist neck, looking back at you for like a while. You're like, yeah, they're probably gonna dead hard, more than likely. So any killers out there, just keep an eye out. If you see the survivor looking at you for a little while, you're like, okay, I don't know why he's looking behind him. Like a little. You got it. Just wait a second. Maybe if you want to like move your weapon up, up and down a little bit, or if you're Ghostface, you can crouch, something like that, or try to bait the swing, get them to use it. And now we found the other one, but Fang had Unbreakable, which it doesn't matter. I don't know why they're using it. I guess just to say they did, because of, like, they're already lost, but they I don't know why they didn't get the hit there. But yeah, we already won the match. We're just kind of doing this as a formality. We already know what goes on. Pro Freddy, ladies and gentlemen, Pro Freddy. Freddy needs more love, man. I think he's the lowest picked killer in the game. So Side was like, why don't I play him? I've enjoyed the movies. They're really fun. And the aura reading kicks in once more. I wonder if Lethal Pursuer might work with it. Not sure. Replace the Dream Palette again. I think I went for the hook, though. I figured, why not? I don't think I had too many hooks anyway, so I figured, why not just get a couple more points. And it might bait them to go for the unhook. Well, if you guys made it this far, I'd like to thank you for watching the video. Leave a like, subscribe, and all that kind of stuff so you can see some more Freddy content. Because personally, I don't really see too much Freddy, so why not? You know? Or if you want to see more Ghostface, you know, you can also stay tuned, you know? The guide's coming. If you're watching this and you're Ghostface main, the guide is coming. Just gotta hold out.